Right now, of course, global warming or climate change is a very big issue everywhere. And also we have to see in energy efficiency, fuel efficiency, and mobile air conditioning. As now in India also, I think 90% of all the cars having mobile air conditioning. This is a big sector in consuming energy, in consuming fuels. And also we should not forget that the refrigerants which are in mobile air conditioning systems are contributing to global warming, to climate change through direct emissions, and also there are leakages, there are servicing aspects during servicing. Again, we have emissions, and that has to be reduced. And this is, I think, also low-hanging fruit, because there should be other options. There are actually other options, low GWP refrigerants, which can be used, such as CO2. Also some new refrigerants are coming up, and also there are hydrocarbons which could be considered and which have been proven efficient also. Of course, there are issues of flammability or other hazards which have to be addressed, but I think there are many good examples from the past where industry has shown that these issues can be overcome, and I really see good perspective in the future that these issues can be addressed. We really have to see that in India the mobile air conditioners are running for most of the time due to the ambient temperatures, and definitely that increases the fuel consumption. And if the system is more fuel efficient, if it then needs less fuel, in that case you really reduce the fuel consumption in the country, and that also leads to less pollution.
And can it reduce fuel consumption in the country? What is your opinion?
You have to. There's no other option, and we have to see that the middle class segment in India is growing very fast, and of course one cannot deny comfort and luxury to the people, but we have then to address this with technology, and this technology has to become more fuel efficient. And I think we have other sectors where this has been proven. And also if you look into the developments in the car manufacturing industry, India has come up with very innovative technologies, with innovative cars which are very fuel efficient, and I think this is not the end of the perspective here. We are probably just seeing the beginning of it, and I think actually countries like India and China are now more and more at the forefront of these technological developments, and I'm actually quite optimistic that many impulses will come from India and China, and that probably in the near future will actually then benefit Europe, US and other countries, because then also due to the economies of scale with India and China having large populations, these technological developments here can then be used in other countries as well, and that will benefit the entire world. I think India should take a more active role now. In the past it was that one was looking more into developments in Europe or in the United States, but I think right now India also becoming a more important global player, also a more important industrial player, that initiatives can be taken here as well. There are many bright people in the country who can come up with new technologies. India also has an advantage here. In the past, India had to be very, very careful using the resources, and had to come up with very innovative technologies, sometimes which were, let's say, not in the mainstream, but which then later also emerged as sufficient technologies and strategies to circumvent any scarcities of resources. And I think that's what we need in the future. We don't have resources sufficiently to grow in the way as we are growing as of now. And I think here, this particular way of thinking and this experience from the past in coping with scarce resources, that will enable India to come up with innovative solutions and which are different from what has been developed so far, let's say in Europe or in the US. And I'm quite confident that we will see this coming in the next 10, 20 years. And already now I see really successful technologies emerging. And I think India now can start to think differently, and it's not necessarily that we look always to the West for solutions. And I think that's really something I would like to encourage Indian scientists, Indian industrialists to come up with and to go further into that direction.